Hey, Miss Owen, this is my submission for the My Explicit Language Instruction lesson. I'm going to do the language lesson on the word megalith using Marzano's first three steps. So I'm going to go ahead and start as if I am teaching the lesson myself. Enjoy. Hey everyone, today we are going to discuss the word megalith. So I am going to have you say the word with me in three, two, one. Megalith. Very good. We have our vocabulary page out next to us. I need you to pull out a pencil. No pens. I don't need them right now, especially for this lesson. You need to have a pencil. If you do have an erasable pen or anything, that's fine, but I need something that will erase. So on your vocabulary page, what I need you to put down is write the word megalith. If you need to look at the presentation in front of us, you are welcome to look at it for spelling references. Underneath this term, I want you to write the definition of megalith. You probably don't know it. That's fine. Guess what the definition is. Write down what you think it is. And we are going to go ahead and do that. At this point, I would walk around the room, making sure everyone is writing and their word and definition on their vocabulary page. And we'll continue the lesson after. All right, we're going to have you put your pencils down. Now that we've written our word, we will pick them up later in just a moment. So we're going to define the word. We're going to compare our definition with the true definition. So our textbook says the definition is gigantic stone structures associated with the Neolithic religion. Well, guess what? I don't like this definition. It is too complicated. We don't even know what the word Neolithic means. So let's go ahead and mark it off. We don't need this. So the definition that's easy to understand. It's a big stone structure created during the Stone Age that can be used for religion, art, monuments, or other significant cultural reasons. So, let's take a look at our definitions we put under megalith. This definition work, or is that what you wrote down? If not, I want you to write in your own words what this definition is. You can, if you would like, to copy this definition into your vocabulary page. At this point, I would walk around again, making sure or seeing which students guessed the definition right and which students needed to change our answer. It gives me a view on what prior knowledge students had before coming into the lesson. And I would continue. All right, so now we're going to converse with our partner, the person next to us. How would you use the term megalith? And if you can give any examples. So I'll give you about 30 seconds to talk with your partners, and we will talk as a class. Excuse me. So at this point, I would walk around the room, make sure people are talking about what we're supposed to be talking about, and give a little time, about 30 seconds, to converse with each other. And we would continue the lesson. All right, so now that you've talked about the term megalith, we're going to talk as a class about the term megalith. And at this point, I would call upon a few students to talk about what exactly they talked about, what exactly was discussed about the megalith. I would also give feedback on the discussion. So if things might not be exactly what the term is, we would give feedback. If things are exactly what the term is, give praise to the student. So it's about feedback at this point. And we'll continue. All right, so next we are going to look at some images and pictures of what may or may not be megaliths. So with this, I want everyone to say aloud whether it is or isn't a megalith, and we're going to figure out if it is or isn't. So this picture here, is this a megalith? Well, yes, it is. This is Stonehenge in Britain. It is a big megalith that was built by the Druids. Is this a megalith? No, it's not. This is just a regular skyscraper. It's actually a museum that's being built somewhere. Um, but it's definitely not a megalith. It is definitely not ancient. It definitely wasn't at the Stone Age. As you can see, it's very modern. So is this a megalith? No, it's not. It's a modern skyscraper. So again, we have to realize it has to be during the Stone Age. So if things look too new, it is definitely not a megalith. What about this? Is this a megalith? Yes, this is a megalith. It is from the Stone Age. Um, I believe it's somewhere near Easter Island, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is definitely considered a megalith. So, today what we're going to do, we're going to pick our pencils up. Um, in your second um, square on your vocabulary page, I want you to create your own megalith. Make a drawing of one. One you know, or one you think will know. So we'll give you a few minutes to draw. At this point, I'll walk around the room, kind of get a feel what people are drawing. Of course, we're not always going to have artists, so they might not be perfect. But I can get a view of some of the drawings and see if they're getting it, whether it's a megalith or whether it's going to be a skyscraper. And we'll continue the lesson. All right, so I am going to have you guys discuss with a partner, the other person next to you, not the same person you discussed last time, but the other one, about what y'all drew. And at this point, I would wait again and have them discuss amongst each other about what they drew. And then I would begin a discussion and feedback, which would sound like this. All right, now we're going to talk about what we drew. I'm going to call on a few of you, and we're going to talk about what our partners drew. And again, at this point, I would have that discussion and give feedback, especially for students that may not have drawn a megalith or instead of skyscraper, and again, give praise feedback for students that have drawn a megalith. All right, so we're going to review the definition one more time. It is a big stone structure created during the Stone Age that can be used for religion, art, monuments, or other significant cultural reasons. So again, we don't want to forget the word megalith.